So there's this thing about Irezumi that nobody tells you. I mean, nobody. I've been tattooing for 16 years. I didn't even know this when I started. But once somebody showed me, I couldn't see it. And now, every time I look at a tattoo, mine, clients, random people at the gym, doesn't matter. It's the first thing I check. Takes like 3 seconds. It's not a line work. It's not the shading. It's not how good the artist was. It's something way more basic than that. And honestly, the fact that nobody talks about this, it's kind of wild to me. Konnichiwa, Yoshi desu. Alright, so you got a tattoo with a flower and an animal together, like a dragon with cherry blossoms, a koi with some leaves, a tiger with flowers around it. Cool. Most people have something like that. Now, here's the question. Nobody ever asks that flower, what month does it bloom? And that animal, what season is it active? Do they match? You don't know, right? No, that's normal. Nobody thinks about this. But that's exactly what I'm looking at in those 3 seconds. I get requests like this all the time. Dude, all the time. Yoshi, give me all 4 seasons on my sleeve. Like spring, summer, fall, winter on one arm. I get why. I totally get why. You are thinking more is more like more season, more epic, more impressive, makes sense. But no, too much. See, in traditional Irezumi, everything is one piece has to live in the same moment in time. One season, one word. That's the rule. Cherry blossom, spring. Peony, summer. Maple leaves, chrysanthemum, fall. Plum blossom and pine, winter. If you got cherry blossom and maple leaves on the same pieces, dude, that's spring and fall happening at the same time. Think about that. Have you ever seen the place where cherry blossoms and maple leaves are out at the same time? No, that doesn't exist. That word is broken. That's like watching a movie where it's snowing in one scene and the next scene it's dry, everyone at the beach, same location, back to back. You'd go, wait, what? That's pretty right now. Same thing. And look, when clients ask me for this, I tell them I'm not gonna just do it and not say anything. Hey, cherry blossom are spring, maple is fall. This is no-go. And most people like, oh, I had no idea. Let's fix it. But sometimes, no, I want it anyway. You know what? That's fine. I do it. It's your arm, your core, your karma. That's checkpoint number 1. And that's just the beginning. Because there's stuff way crazier than this. Checkpoint 2, I guarantee you, most people have never ever thought about this. Look at your tattoo. You got a dragon, a tiger, a koi, a stick. I love it. Now, what behind it? Like a behind subject, is there clouds, waves, wind, rocks, anything? Is it just the thing floating on the blank skin? Cause if it's just floating there in Irezumi, that's not finished, incomplete. Wait. Before you get off it, hear me out. There's a reason. That background is called gakubori. It's not just filler, not just a shading to make it look cool. It's the world your subject lives in. Think about it like this. A dragon on a cloud, that's a dragon ruling the sky. A dragon on waves, that's a dragon commanding the oceans. 2 completely different dragons. But dragon or nothing, that's just, I don't even know what that is. A dragon stickers, it's like a video game character standing in an empty void. No map, no world, no story, just there. In America, people focused on the main subject. You pick a dragon, you pick the koi, you're done. The subject is the tattoo. But Irezumi, the background is doing half the work, maybe more. Now, here's the funny part. There is actually a style with no background. Nukibori. Nuki means like a put out. You know what? Nukibori was originally for women. Nukibori was for women. And here's the kicker. Even now, most women who get traditional work, they end up filling in the gaku anyway. They go all the way. So when a guy work in ask for nukibori, come on man, don't be a chicken. I'm just kidding, kind of. If you are digging this deep dive, hit subscribe. I go this deep on every single topic. Alright, season, background, 2 down. Now next one, this is where people really mess up. Checkpoint 3. And this one's, I don't know, this one hits different. Because the other 2 seasons, background, those are about what's in the tattoo. This one is about which way it's facing. And if it's facing a wrong way, the meaning doesn't just change, it flips completely. Let's start with the big one, dragons. You got a dragon tattoo? Cool. Look at it. Where is the head pointing? Up, down, sideways? Because if it's pointing down, and I'm not trying to ruin your day here, but in Irezumi, that's not a powerful dragon, falling dragon. That's dragon that lost. Think about it. The dragon ruled the sky. It commands rain, clouds, storms. Everything about it is up, rising, ascending, dominating. So the head goes up. That's a natural state. A dragon looking down is a dragon in decline. And that's not what you want to your body, probably. Same idea with koi. And this one, you probably heard the story, right? The koi that swim up the waterfall. Toryumo, the dragon gate. The koi fighting its way up the waterfall. If it makes it to the top, it transforms into a dragon. That's a whole legend. Perseverance, willpower, making it through the impossible. So which direction should your koi be swimming? Come on, you know this one. Up, always up, against the current fighting. If your koi is swimming downstream, dude, that's not perseverance, that's give up. That's literally the opposite meaning. Your tattoo is saying, I quit. And then one more, this one is subtle, but once I tell you, you're gonna see it everywhere. It follows the natural order, the way the actual world works. Sky is above, ground is below, water flows down. Your tattoo should mirror that. If your claws are on your leg and your waves are on your chest, the world inside your tattoo is upside down. And this isn't even just an Irezumi thing. This is East Asia painting, landscape painting, scrolls, screens, sky on the top, water on the bottom. Irezumi is just following the same logic, because at the end of the day, Irezumi is painting. It's just a skin instead of paper. Now, I gotta be real with you. Direction can change depending on the concept. There is a legit reason to break their rules sometimes. Art is art, so I always explain the traditional reasoning first. Here's what it means. Here's why it's done this way. Most people go, oh, okay, let's do in the traditional way. But someone goes, no, I don't care, do it my way. It's your body, it's your life, it's your karma. I told you what. The rest is on you. If this is giving a new way to look at tattoos, or like it genuinely helps more people find this. Alright, seasons, backgrounds, directions, through checkpoint. But here's the thing, everything I've told you so far, that's the warm-up. Everything up to now has been about getting things right season, right background, right direction. But the biggest taboo in Irezumi isn't about getting it wrong. It's about finishing it. Yeah, you heard that right. The biggest taboo is completing tattoo. I know this sounds insane. Stick with me. You ever look at a really detailed Irezumi piece, a dragon, a tiger, Fudomyo-o? You notice the eyes. A lot of the time, the pupils are empty, blank. And you might think, oh, it's not done yet, they are feeling it later. But not for the reason you think. This comes from Buddhist ritual called Taigen, the opening of the eyes. Here's how it works. When they carve a Buddha statue, they do everything. The face, the hands, the robes, the details, everything. But the eyes stay empty until the very last moment. Because the moment you paint the eyes in, that's when the soul enters. That's the moment it goes to alive. Irezumi Master do exactly the same thing. A full bodysuit takes 3 years, 5 years, sometimes longer. And the whole time, the dragon's eye are blank. The tiger's pupil empty. 4 years on purpose. Why? Because if it's wake up too early before the rest of the work is finished, the belief is it can go wild. It's alive, but it's just trapped in an incomplete world. It's not in harmony with the body yet. That's the bad energy. And here's the part that really got me. Some masters, they go even further. The background, the color, every detail is finished, but they leave one little spot on purpose. Forever. Why? Because perfection belongs to God, or the gods, or the universe. However, you wanna say it. If a human being creates something truly perfect on a skin, you are inviting trouble from above. Jealous, bad luck, disaster. You know what? Among old school masters, if someone finishes big piece and then something bad happens right after, an accident, a hair scare, bad luck out of nowhere, the talk starts, the whispers goes around, the Kaigen went wrong. And honestly, when I started out, I didn't know any of this. I just feared everything. But now I do Kaigen. And here's the thing, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's some mystical spiritual experience. I'm not the guy, but I will tell you what actually happens. When the eyes are empty, the piece is a flat. It's there, detailed, it's beautiful even, but it's not looking at you. It's just sitting there. But the moment you drop those pupils in, dude, it snaps. It's like a dropping highlighting. You know, when you put in the white in at the end, and suddenly the whole thing pops. Same feelings. Boom, a depth hits. It's looking at you now. It went from the drawing to something with presence. And that's the Kaigen moment. It's the opening of the eyes. So next time you see a Japanese traditional tattoo, look at the eyes. If the pupils are there, it's complete. That tattoo is alive. If they're empty, it's still sleeping. It's waiting. If this changed how you see it, a like actually helps more people find this. Alright, seasons, backgrounds, direction, and the eyes, 4 checkpoints. Now, before I go, I need to say something. I mean this, every tattoo is beautiful. If you go something on your skin, it means something to you. That's it. That's the whole point. Nothing else matters. Those rules, you can follow them. You don't have to. 2026, nobody's coming to arrest you. But knowing what each traditional is, a part matters. Because there's a difference between breaking a rule on purpose and breaking it because nobody told you it existed. That's a big difference. I'm standing on the hundreds of years of rules. That's where I hold my needles. That's what I'm trying to pass on, one video at a time. More of this coming. Subscribe if you wanna catch it. お疲れ様でした。